Yo, what is going on guys, Project Spartan here, and I'm back with some more Battlefield 3 gameplay. In this video I'm going to be comparing the M16A3 with the M416 post patch, and what my opinions are on the actual guns and which one I personally think is better. Starting with the M16A3, what they did to it is they actually added a bit of recoil, which doesn't really come into play when you're at close quarters like I am at the moment. But when you're playing on like maps like the new Armored Kill DLC and there's like long distances, then you can actually feel the bit of recoil actually making it harder for you to stay on target. And personally, I don't think there's too much of a change with it. It's still a great gun. It's still people still gonna say it's overpowered and everything. Personally, I think it's a lot more balanced than it used to be. It's a lot harder because before the patch, you could just see people running around with this gun, tearing up the whole place. Personally, I'm not really a huge fan of the gun. I never really was, but I've actually got about 5 service stars with this, and I've only got like 5 service stars with a few guns. I managed to get it with the AEK recently, but that's we'll talk about that later on. This is M16A3. Well, actually, I got the 5 service stars with M16A4. The burst fire one. I know, right? You're thinking, why use that one? It's total shit, isn't it? But no, that gun is actually, I think it's a lot better than this. As you can see with this M16, not many things can stand in this way, because this thing just takes people out, shoots them down, tops them out, and bang, as you can see, these clips that I put together, I just managed to take people out from fair long distances. You can see a bit of recoil into play, but not too much. Coming up with the M416 later on, I'm gonna say what my opinion is, and honestly about on that gun, it's not really, I don't really like it still. I wasn't a fan of it in the beginning, and right now, after the patch, I'm still not really a fan of it. But some people may like it, and that's completely up to them. I'm more of a, out of the two, or I'll choose the M16 because it may have added more recoil though, but look, it has a higher rate of fire, 50 rounds. It may not sound like a lot, but it actually does make quite a bit of a difference. Because when you're on close quarters like I am right now, the 50 rounds, 750 just doesn't cut it really. Because the guns like the G36 and fire 750, and they don't really work out on this kind of gameplay, because everything's all packed tight. It's all really fast paced and everything. And I actually decided to actually sat down and used both of them. I used the same attachments. I used the reflex and the laser pointer, and that's it. I didn't bother with like the foregrips, because none of the guns really need them, because they don't really have side-to-side recoil. They have like it's either very little, or there's like virtually none. The M16, I think, is still a great gun. It's still probably going to dominate. We'll see coming up to see how many people are actually using this compared to the M416, or to give it its proper name, the HK416, which stands for Heckler and Koch, because it's actually a German gun. I'm not sure how many people actually knew that, but I actually kind of researched a bit about the gun. And this video right here that you're watching, I actually spent like 2.5 to 3 hours editing this. I hope you guys appreciate, because what happened like a little while ago, just before I started commentating, all the footage just magically vanished completely off the software that I'm using, and I was actually about to just rage quit. I was about to turn this off, go to sleep, because right now it's 1:26 AM and I'm actually commentating right now. I don't know how many commentators you actually see actually doing commentaries this late and everything, because right now there's people sleeping in my house. I actually keep speaking kind of lower, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let me know what your opinions are on each of the weapons. Personally, I feel the M416, it didn't really stand out then. Now some people may like to use it, but honestly, in this match, I was actually doing rather well with the M16. I did actually decide to switch out to the M416, but honestly, I didn't really think that's a smart idea. I think here it is. When I switch out to the M416, I've changed the attachments, the reflex, and the laser sight. That's all I'm using right now. I got 5 service stars with each of the guns, and honestly, I still prefer the M16. Actually, I don't know what it is, but I end up missing a lot of my shots. It doesn't feel as accurate as the M16. It may have less recoil or something. The recoil on this probably might have a little bit more. It's just mainly vertical recoil, but honestly, it's not really my cup of tea. I didn't like it pre-patch, and I don't like it post-patch. I'll use it here and there just to get a different grip, so you can see how the gun feels, because now you actually see how much you're using the AEK, because I couldn't handle myself with the M416. I gave up with it. It was doing nothing for me at all. I thought, screw it, I'm not gonna bother with that. End up ruining my KD, because right now my KD is about, I think it's like 0.97. I'm like a couple of hundred kills off from getting 1 KD, which I don't think is too bad. I'm not one of the guys that just plays it all the time, and with this AEK, I actually go on quite a bit of a rampage. You're gonna see some crazy footage that I just got literally 3 or 4 hours. No, not 3 hours ago, about 4.5, 5 hours ago. Session. Just because armored kills, it doesn't mean you have to stop playing all the other DLC, because armored kill, I've played quite a bit of it, and honestly, I'm feeling slightly bored of it, because when you're playing Rush, which I love to do, because I'm not really a huge fan of Conquest, I can't run around from cap flags all the time. In this, it's not a problem because the match is so fast paced, and you get to play really aggressive. On Conquest, you can't really do that so much, because there's people in jets, people in helicopters, tanks, all that kind of stuff, and that's the kind of thing which I don't have a problem with vehicles and everything, but Conquest I find it too slow paced. So when I decide to play, I'll just jump on some close quarters Conquest domination, or as I like to call it, condom. I guess you're asking why to call it that. Well, it basically gives you the name there, Conquest Domination, CONDOM, condom, and that's what I like to call it personally. Some people may say, oh, you're weird, you're creepy, but think about it, it makes sense. Well, this is AEK. This is the bit of the match where there's like utter chaos everywhere I turn, there's guys popping out, and there's my sidearm choice in this match was the M9 suppressed, which I don't usually use personally. I'm not really a huge fan of the M9 suppressed. I'm more of a G17C suppressed kind of guy, because it's got 2 attachments on it. It's got the silencer and it's got a laser sight, which I like to hip fire a lot with my pistols, so that actually works out a lot for me. You guys leave your favorite ways to a side of my choice. I'll be really interested to see what kind of things you guys use, and I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I hope it's I'm sorry about not posting this actually earlier on. I've just been really busy today. Right, I think this is a bit I go on a bit of a rampage with the M9 suppressed. Check how many kills I get. I don't even know myself. I'm not honestly have no idea. I didn't really get a clear view of it, but hopefully you found that clip enjoyable. I think I got like 3 kills of it or something. I'm not 100% sure. And if you guys leave your opinions about what you think post-patch about the M16A3 compared to the M416, because personally I still think the M16 reigns supreme. As I said, first of all, I wasn't really a huge fan of it, but now it feels better for some reason. I can feel more comfortable using it. I can use like a different set of attachments and stuff, like attachments that I don't really use too often, like the 3.14 zoom scope, the ACOG or something. Rifle scope, depends really. I have to get like the actual right feel of the gun, and this is the bit I just decided to switch out for the FAMAS for some reason, because you never really see this gun getting used anymore. I know there's a hell of a rate of 1,000 rounds per minute. That's like the fastest for the whole game, but the reload is like the slowest. It's not the slowest. Like out of all the assault rifle, it is the slowest, but the reload time goes into the way how long it takes LMGs to reload. But honestly, leave your opinions in the just comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed. This Project Spartan 94 signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and take care, guys. Peace.